Celebrities in Hollywood are quite unpredictable. One moment you can be a shining star in the eyes of the industry as well as your fans, and then suddenly you can fall from grace because of backlash, scandal, or a multitude of other reasons. There are a few celebrities who won't be having much luck this year, so let's talk about a few of them as we count down the top 10 celebrities Hollywood won't hire in 2021, Part 2. At number 10, Rihanna. Rihanna is mostly seen as a boss babe with a lot of fans and followers who admire her for more than her music. Though she is a successful singer, she also prides herself on being a businesswoman and tries to portray an inclusive brand ideal. Though she's done a pretty good job being inclusive to all backgrounds with her makeup brand's shade range and her inclusive sizing in her lingerie brand, people are calling her out for being insensitive towards other religions, and this might come to hurt her, maybe even resulting in her losing work. Recently, Rihanna posted a topless photo to her Instagram where she posed wearing a pendant necklace that featured a prominent god in Hindu religion. Fans began calling her out for appropriating this religion, with a lot of them commenting on how religion is not an aesthetic. This isn't the first time Riri has been called out for this though. Last year at her Savage X Fenty fashion show, Rihanna faced backlash for having her models walk to a song that included religious verses. Because she seems to face backlash for her actions involving other religions, she might have a hard time finding work if people stop collaborating with her over fears that this might happen again. At number 9, Bella Thorne. Bella Thorne is no stranger to bad press. She's been facing backlash since she was a Disney star, and things have just escalated from there. Because she's viewed by many as problematic, Hollywood may be hesitant to hire her for upcoming projects because of how people view her. Just in the last few months, Bella has been in the news for a number of scandals. Last summer, Bella faced backlash for her OnlyFans scam, where she scammed her fans into paying upwards of $200 for content that they weren't happy with, and even prompted a company policy change that affected other creators on the platform. She was also involved in some Twitter beef with her ex Tana Mongeau because she released a diss track about her, and just a few weeks ago, Bella faced even more backlash as she publicly defended Armie Hammer and the leaked DMs that exposed him and his bedroom fantasies. Bella just has a way of rubbing people the wrong way, and since she's faced so much backlash just in the last year alone, I feel like Hollywood is going to pass on her for a little while. Now before I continue on with this list, please consider leaving a like on this video and also check out my gaming channel Viper Girl if you're looking for some more awesome content to enjoy. At number 8, Chris Harrison. Bachelor/Bachelorette host Chris Harrison has been facing backlash for comments that he made regarding another contestant's past. Recently, photos of one of the Bachelor contestants was released, which showed her attending an antebellum-themed party. This was perceived as racist because of the history of the antebellum South, and when asked about this scandal, host Chris Harrison made some comments that fans perceived as perpetuating racism. In an interview on Extra when asked about this contestant's photos, Chris was seemingly defending her actions being at this party because it was, quote, in 2018. Rachel Lindsay, a past contestant and the first Black Bachelorette, questioned Chris on this, saying that it doesn't matter if this happened in 2018 or 2021, saying that it is never a good look. Chris continued to try and defend his stance on the fact that this took place 3 years ago, but it still didn't help win anyone over.
I don't disagree with you. You're 100% right in 2021. That was not the case in 2018.
Chris has now taken a leave from The Bachelor after apologizing for his remarks, but after this, we don't know if he will be welcomed back on the show or if any other networks will hire him later on. At number 7, Tyra Banks. Last year, Tyra Banks faced backlash for her time on America's Next Top Model. Old photos and episodes reemerged which showed the types of photos that the contestants were forced to take, including ones with the models in blackface. This prompted a bigger inquiry into the show's past, and it dug up more dirt on the way that Tyra used to treat the contestants as well. For a long time after the show, past contestants have been outspoken on the way that they were treated on the show and how their narratives were spun into making them more susceptible to hate. Recently, one of the models from Cycle 6, Lisa D'Amato, called Tyra out for how she used to use her past traumas against her and how she endured physical, mental, and verbal abuse while working with Tyra. Now that all of this has come out about her past, Hollywood might be staying away from Tyra, and her latest gig of hosting Dancing with the Stars might be all she's got to hold on to for now, since the world knows about what she's like behind the scenes. At number 6, Butch Hartman. Butch Hartman, the artist known for creating popular Nickelodeon shows like Fairly Odd Parents, Tough Puppy, and Danny Phantom, is in some hot water after Twitter users have accused him of plagiarism. Butch has been doing commissioned drawings for fans and posts some of them on social media to show off what he's been creating. One of his most recent posts is a drawing that he did of a character from the anime Attack on Titan. One fan noticed that this piece looked a little too familiar until they realized that Butch had plagiarized their work. The commissioned pieces that Butch does sell for upwards of $200, and so to find find out that someone is profiting so much off stolen work must be a slap in the face. But this scandal has uncovered some more dirt, showing that this isn't the first time Butch has been caught copying other art for commissions. Now that he's being exposed, if his industry catches onto this, he might be out of a job. In the art world, plagiarism is a huge offense, so this could really hurt his career, and he might never work on another animated production ever again. At number 5, the Kardashians. The Kardashians are a pretty problematic family. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. Though they kind of blur the line between celebrity and influencer, they still seem to dominate whichever industry takes them on. Being a big family of public figures, they have a lot of eyes on them, both from Hollywood and their fans. We often see the Kardashians doing brand deals, doing commercials, and taking part in big Hollywood events like the Met, but now things are changing and it might not be so great for the Kardashians. Last year in 2020, we watched the Kardashians face scandal after scandal in regards to the pandemic. Between their pandemic travels and their unsafe parties, they certainly face a lot of backlash for being unsafe and for setting a bad example for fans. Not being COVID safe is something that the industry is taking more seriously because of the severity of the pandemic, and so their actions throughout the past year may really affect them in 2021. But on top of that, their personal connections may also be changing as well. Even though it's not something you're necessarily hired for, the Met Gala is a big Hollywood event that you have to be invited to, and if you didn't know, Kanye's relationship with Kim was the only reason why the Kardashians were ever invited, so with Kanye now out of the family picture, they might be fired from this big Hollywood event. At number 4, Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake is facing a lot of backlash lately, with fans of Britney Spears flooding his social media pages and demanding he apologize after the way he treated her in the media after their breakup in the early 2000s. The Framing Britney Spears documentary that was released recently looks into the way that the pop star was shown in the media, from the paparazzi to interviews, and it dives in deep into how this stardom affected her. A big part of this documentary explores Justin Timberlake's role in the media's mistreatment of Britney after their public breakup in 2002. After their relationship ended, Justin made Britney look like the villain in the relationship, accusing her of cheating and essentially weaponizing their breakup to boost his career. This prompted the media to put a lot of the blame and shame on Britney, who really didn't deserve it. Now that fans in the media are revisiting Justin's actions, there are a number of people calling for accountability, and this could hurt his career. The treatment of others, past and present, are really being taken into account when looking at the success of someone's career, and with a scandal like this, Hollywood might be hesitant on working with Justin until he takes accountability and things die down on this drama. No one wants to be the one defending someone who put others down for their own personal gain, and so Hollywood might be a little quiet when it comes to JT. At number 3, Sia. Recently, singer Sia has been facing a lot of backlash in regards to her new movie, Music. Music is about a young non-verbal girl on the autism spectrum, and a lot of people, especially those in the autism community, have a lot to say about it, and none of it is positive. The biggest complaint about the film is the fact that the lead role wasn't cast as someone on the autism spectrum. The role instead went to Maddie Ziegler, who's worked alongside Sia for many years, starring in most of her music videos. But along with the casting backlash, Sia is also facing scrutiny for the portrayal of a type of restraint that is dangerous and has severely hurt autistic people in the past. People are really just against the movie for its glorified portrayal of the autism spectrum, and though Sia has issued a number of apologies, it just seems like things are getting worse for her. The backlash has gotten so bad that Sia has deleted her social media account, and this all just says a lot about her place in Hollywood. Because this production has been seen as so offensive, this film may affect her Hollywood career. Even though the film has been nominated for 2 Golden Globe Awards, the backlash that is coming with this award might paint Sia in a bad light to future production companies, which may make them hesitant to work with her again over fears of more backlash. At number 2, Marilyn Manson. Singer Marilyn Manson has been in the news recently because of allegations of abuse. Actor Evan Rachel Wood came forward to name Manson as her abuser, citing years of manipulation, brainwashing, and pain. Recently, Wood has opened up about some of the things that she endured, with Manson citing the singer's racist and anti-Semitic actions. She spoke out about the names he would call her, how he would draw anti-Semitic symbols around her bed, and even exposed him for having used the N-word on multiple occasions. Because of these horrific actions, Manson is now under investigation by the LA Sheriff's Department, looking into these allegations of abuse, which lasted from 2009 to 2011. In the weeks since Evan's statement was released, she's been publicly supported by many, some even sharing their own stories, and Manson has been feeling the heat from the industry as he's been dropped by his music label. Following these allegations, Marilyn will surely be hard-pressed to find work in Hollywood again, especially as this investigation gets underway. And finally, at number 1, Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer made headlines early this year as some DMs were leaked on social media, which showed Armie talking about his bedroom fantasies. Some of the things discussed in the messages were Armie's desire to eat someone, and some people, like ex-partners, have come forward with their personal accounts of Armie's fantasies. Because of this bombshell story, Armie has been losing work and is seeing a fall from grace, if you will. When the scandal first broke, he backed out of an upcoming film project alongside Jennifer Lopez, and he has also recently dropped out of a series that he was cast for Paramount+. Now he's out of work and won't be finding any more anytime soon, as he's also been dropped by his agent and personal publicist. Hollywood will definitely not be casting Armie in any upcoming productions unless he is able to rebuild his image after this scandal. And there you have it, guys. That is our list. Let me know what you guys think of the people on this list and if there are any other celebs that you believe should have been on it. Anyways, I've been your host, Bree Room, and until next time, stay safe, check me out over on the Viper Girl channel, and stay groovy, friends. Bye!